So YorkMix is out in the city centre. This is John Moss. He is the general manager of the Larder Club here, which is a very well-known building opposite Ask in Blake Street. And John, you've got your business going there. You've survived the pandemic. Now you cross because of these barriers. Tell us what the problem is.
One of the main issues for us is visibility for our business. You know, this quite unsightly barrier right out front of us detracts a lot of attention from customers walking past. It also makes it impossible for me to put any kind of outside furniture. So we've had a cafe license and we've always had at least 10 seats out the front of our business, which increases our capacity by about 25%. That's been taken away from us at what is hopefully going to be the busiest time of year.
So when you say it's been taken away, is it because of these barriers here being in the way, or have they just said no more?
No, it is directly because of the barriers. So they said that they wouldn't reapprove a cafe license for us until January when the barrier is gone. So it's nothing to do with, we haven't changed anything, everything's the same, but they won't grant it until the barriers move because they want the barrier out front of us.
Right, and you appealed against this, you argued with them about it.
Yeah, appealed to a lot of people before it came, let them know that there's many sensible options and places to put a barrier. I mean, there's a natural barrier at the top of the street anyway. There's also a lot of other spaces down the street that wouldn't be negatively impacted. We're the only business now between here and McDonald's that puts any kind of furniture out the front anyway. The street also thins out quite a lot more down there, which in my opinion would make it a lot easier to protect people with a barrier. You know, things like clothing shops, off licenses aren't going to be particularly negatively affected by a barrier because they don't use the street, whereas for us it's a big part of our business and a big part of what we do.
I mean, how do you feel about this as somebody trying to make a living in York 24/7 right across the year?
Yeah, I mean, massively ignored for one point. You know, it felt like a lot of my protests fell on deaf ears. I spoke to a lot of different departments about it and they all kind of palmed it off one to the other. They said, actually, it's this department that's responsible, it's the council that's responsible, it's Make It York, and they're all saying it's somebody else's responsibility. And it also, it's a bit of a slap in the face when we work tirelessly to try and make things good for York. We're a social enterprise, so we offer all kinds of opportunities to disadvantaged people. We want things to work, we want to build a nice place for York. And at the busiest time of year, not only do we have a Christmas market that, although I love a Christmas market, takes away and detracts from local businesses that are working throughout the year, and to also put this barrier out in front of it and to take more away from us, it's difficult to swallow, really.